up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Y'all are tuned in once again to another episode of K-Rino Radio, the YouTube edition. As y'all can see, man, I got my brother from another, man, the one and only, the OG, South Park Coalition, own legend in the game, Mr. Point Blank himself. What's up, my brother?
What's up, Wizard, man? Glad to be back on the K-Rino show with my big bro K-Rino. And it's going down, man. Glad to be here, man. Y'all gonna jump in and come holler at us.
Yeah, man, it's always a pleasure, Blank. And I don't, anytime I interview you or any of the SPC members, I never need no notes. I can just go straight out the dome. But this time I did jot down a few things I wanted to talk about because we'll get deep into some stuff that we didn't touch on the last time. But before we start, we want to take care of some house business. We want to make sure to let everybody know about the event that you got coming up tomorrow on the 20th of this month, man. Let everybody know what you got going on.
Already Point Blank birthday bash tomorrow at Cool Runnings Hall on the southwest side, 8270 West Belford. And it's definitely going down, man. It's Scorpio season tomorrow, my birthday, actually at midnight tonight. You see, I'm already ready. You know what I mean? And y'all come out, have a good time. It's gonna be a SPC affair. Performances by K-Rino, Klondike Cat, you know what I mean? Rapper K, you CJ the Good, DJ Fire gonna be in the mix, hosted by Donnie Houston and K Water. You know, it's just gonna be an SPC affair. You know, ain't no party like a SPC party, man. So y'all beat us there, man. It's definitely going down.
Yeah, no question, man. Y'all make sure y'all come out and show some love, man. And this is not just an ordinary event. You know, we all have done birthday bashes and album releases and all this stuff. But this is not an ordinary event because this is a milestone year. The Blanks are turning. The Blanks have had to turn in his 40 card. He turning the big 5-0, man. What do it feel like knowing that you're getting ready to transition into that fifth decade of life, man, and hit that 50, man?
Big 50, big 50. Well, when I was younger, I always heard that we wasn't gonna see 21. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that was something that stuck with me. So to make it to the big 50, you know what I mean? It's just a blessing, man. It's half 100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just, you know, I'm gonna work on the next one. God has been good to me. You know what I mean? And it's a blessing. You know, I'm basically bringing my birthday in on the K-Rino show because at midnight it'll be my birthday, and you know, this gonna be in effect. So appreciate y'all and happy birthday to all the Scorpios out there. Y'all come celebrate y'all's with mine, man. Cool Running Lounge. It's gonna be a SPC affair, man. Y'all be there. Appreciate it. Nothing but good vibes, man. Good people, good vibes. You know what I mean? Good environment.
Yeah, no question, man. And that's a good segue because you're talking about, like I say, 50 years of life, man. And we just saw young Dolph get killed in Memphis a couple of days ago. And I heard that he was 36, 38, something like that. I don't know how old he was, but he was definitely in his mid to late 30s. So to make it to the milestones of the 40s and the 50s, and in some cases the 30s, because we've been seeing this wave of rappers getting killed in their early 20s. And more rappers are getting murdered now than we ever saw back in our day. I want you to talk about how beef today is not the same as beef 25, 30 years ago. And tell us, in your opinion, why it's different. What has happened to where beef now is different than it was back in our time?
Well, I'm gonna start off with the first thing is rest in peace to young Dolph.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was terrible.
Yeah.
My condolences to his family. I actually know his brother Diddy, so my condolences, Diddy, like for real, man. And hey, it's just a different time. You know what I mean? You know, it's a different time out here, and these youngsters just, you know, I guess they feel like they trying to, this their way to get in the game. I guess it became popular to, for something to happen, like a real act, like a murder, or you going to jail for something, it's just starting to happen all over the world. You know what I mean? And it need to stop, like real talk. Like we losing our lives, you hurting families, you know what I mean? You hurting the community. And man, like a lot of them, they got paper already. Like, what are you doing?
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't work hard to get to no certain point to be, but you just never know what people got going on. God bless them all, and God bless their families.
Yeah, and how much of that do you think? Because like you say, they got a lot of them got money already. A lot of these young guys coming up, they ain't faking the money. Now, I ain't saying that they got big amounts of money, but they making more money, in my opinion, a lot of cases as independents, and some on labels as the times when we was doing our thing. So how much of that beef and this drama that you see, do you attribute that to rap culture, or is it just some street stuff behind the scenes that rappers happen to be involved in?
I mean, it's street activity.
Yeah,
It's all street activity, and the players are rappers.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But it's happening even if the players not
yeah,
rappers. The
yeah,
activity happening.
right.
You know what I mean? But it happened to be the rappers that that has been happening too. So that's the MO. You know what I mean? That's what's been happening.
And it's seeming like it's something that's preventing our young brothers from transitioning out of that lifestyle and just being 100% into the music, because we know for a fact, especially when it comes to rap music was a tool to get out of that life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now it seems like even once you, just like you said, they already made the money, it seems like you still got one foot in that life. Um, is that, do you attribute ego to that, or just in too deep? I mean, what do you attribute to that in far as like rap culture versus just street life?
I mean, sometimes you can be in too deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
No matter how
mean,
much money you got.
no matter how much money you got, nothing is what it appears to be.
Yeah.
With the internet and all the stuff that's going on, nothing is what it appears to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know, that man wasn't doing nothing but buying cookies. So he wasn't out. He do good for the community. He did good for his hood. You feel me? So it's just fate, man.
Yeah.
God in control. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
God in control, and it's just fate. And hopefully, a lot of lessons and lives will be changed because of this, and a lot of lessons will be learned because of this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the only people that hurt again is, like you say, is the families, those who are left behind. Young doc,
Right.
just like, because you was probably one of the last people to work with Mo3, right? When that little situation happened, shooting a video with the song that you and CJ the Gov did with Mo3, and then it was, what, if I ain't mistaken, a couple of weeks after that with
He
Mo3.
passed away. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's really, nobody wins, because they eventually gonna catch the people who did it.
Someone's calling my phone.
Yeah,
Mo3, and yeah, he said the deadlines to do his video was like, I think October 5th, which was a Monday. And I remember me and CJ packed up a cameraman. The song was for CJ the Gov. You know what I mean? The feature was for CJ. I was on the song. It got released through Reckless Entertainment, which is my company.
Unmute, unmute, unmute. Hold on mute. Take it off mute. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Hey, my bad. My bad. But anyway, we shot out there. We met him downtown. Him and his manager, Rainwater, and took care of the business. And Mo3 came and shot the video on top of a parking garage in Dallas downtown.
Yeah.
And you actually directed the video and gave us a script for the video, but when we went out to Dallas, man, we just met that man wherever he wanted to meet at. Right. You feel me?
Right, no doubt.
He already been paid wherever he wanted to meet at. We met him at, and that's where we did it at. So that man, it didn't follow our treatment. You know what I mean?
It's like that sometimes, though. It's like that sometimes.
What we had, use what we had to work with, and wherever that man was comfortable doing it at, that's what we did. And then it was an honor, to do business with him, and it was a blessing, to do the video and the song with him. And it's unfortunate what happened to him, man. I hate it.
I want to talk about. Go ahead. Let me finish up.
Yeah, he was hard. He hard now. Yeah. He not even here with us today. Hard, man. So I'm gonna keep bumping him. You know what I mean? And long live Mo3.
No question, man. And all the brothers who lives got cut short. I want to go into just the other side of that, because we talk about a lot of the beef in this day and age, and to a lot of the rappers that's watching now, man, y'all got to understand that we just living in a time where boys is playing for keeps. You hardly can't mention somebody on the record nowadays. It's like, so they're playing for keeps. But I want to go back to a time, in our day, when we took what we did, of course, just as serious, but we never took it to that level. We had kind of a stop button when it got to a certain point. Back in the early days, when you was on Big Time Records, UGK was also on Big Time Records at that time too. And y'all were label mates for a long time. Big Time had one of the strongest rosters in the game. But at some point, there was a falling out between UGK and the label, between Big Time Records. And of course, when that happens, those who remain, they remain loyal to where they're gonna go, and the people who fell out with the label, they're gonna go where they're gonna go. And that led to a beef with you and UGK at one point. Kind of go into how that started, but more importantly, go into how it got squashed, because I think that needs to be the bigger message in this day and age, that through all that was going on, because I remember, I was right up in the mix of that at the time, but through all that was going on, a peaceful solution came out of that. So I'm gonna let you, sorry for the long question, but I wanted to set it up so you can give us the context of that.
Well, first of all, RIP to Pimp C, and shout out to Bun, Bird, RIP to Mama West.
Yeah.
But really didn't have no personal beef with UGK, man. I guess it was being a part of the label, and when I came in, you hear about stuff going on anyway. I'm new. I'm trying to be part of this thing. I'm trying to prosper with it. But Pimp already got a problem with them, you know what I mean? And you think success happening, but really it's still a lot of stuff going on in the background. So with that being said, I entered, and I just wanted my shot. I'm like, soon as that get done, then it's my turn. You know what I mean? So basically, I guess I took the label side. It's nothing personally was done. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when Pimp got out of prison, I remember I was in San Antonio, Texas doing a show. Pimp was in San Antonio. He had a performance that same night. And I ended up on the phone with Pimp C, and he was in a hotel room on one side of town and I was on another. I mean, me and Pimp C talked for about 2 hours.
Wow.
You know what I mean, he was letting me know what he had going on, and we just talked about a little everything. You know what I mean? I really, I enjoyed coming up in the game with UGK. That was my first record, bro. I was on I was in the Tell Me Something Good video. I was able to promote my music before they came out. You know what I mean? That was the blessing, whether I knew it was a blessing at the time or not.
Yeah.
I'm performing my songs. I don't even have a record out yet before UGK come out every time. That was a blessing.
Right.
You feel me? And it helped when I did come out with my first record. Along with being on the terrorist South Park Coalition, Gangsta Nip, and all that. But after my record came out, just being able to open up for them. Pimp C did a track on Prone to Bad Dreams, Cut You in Half. Him and Bun B rapped on it. I mean, at the Pimp passing, Bun done been on every Blank record. So there is no beef.
Absolutely.
There's probably a lot of misunderstandings. Young and dumb, brother. That's all I contributed to. I can't go pinpoint no specific things or whatever, but for the most part, it was all love. It definitely was love from Bun. I remember Bun giving me money for my son's birthday party. You feel me? I used to open up for them shows, but I wasn't getting no money, and he knew it was Binky birthday, and he gave me $500. You know what I mean? To go get down for my baby birthday, and if I ain't never told you, thank you, Bun, thank you for that, and I always fucked with Bun. You know what I mean? Because he was around. You know what I mean? And he was he was available. We used to fuck around a little bit, and we had our season. Matter of fact, if you go to the original Prone to Bad Dream cover, if you open the inside of that cover and you see us walking with them robes on, coming up out that little building in the back of the cover, Bun B one of them people.
See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
People in them pictures with the thing over your head. You know what I mean? So we was all good. I just call it family quarrels because it was all love. You know what I mean?
And then, like you said, you hit it when you said being young. It's like when you're young.
Man. When you don't know no better, and everybody after what they after, selfishness. Everybody wanted to be their turn, brother, and it's still like that today.
Yeah, and I don't think people understand that.
I just wanted it to be my turn, and it was stuff holding it up. It just wasn't. I can't tell you nothing specifically. Oh, he did this, he did it. I can't make that shit up. So, with that being said, it probably was just me feeling like it was hindering me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, I can dig it.
Then as I grew to understand.
Yeah.
See, because I turned into him.
Right.
With the same fight.
Right.
With the same stuff that I probably didn't understand or didn't even want to hear at the time. Just wanted it to be my turn.
Yeah.
Young, dumb, eager. Of trying to make something happen. But as I grew to understand, I'm fighting the same. I end up fighting the same fight. It was clear.
Right.
So when me and Pimp end up talking that time, both of us free in the same city, not in person, but on the phone. Man, like I said, we was on the phone 2 hours, and it was a two-way conversation. He kept the conversation going much as me. I couldn't believe we was on the phone that long, but we was, and he shared a lot of stuff with me. I remember one time, Ro was locked up in Orange, Texas.
Zero.
I picked Ro up from jail, and Pimp C was like, man, bring him to me, Blank. Come to Port Arthur, bring him to Port Arthur, I was like, hey, I'm gonna see what's up. So when Ro get in the car, I ain't just take him to Port Arthur without him knowing he going to Port Arthur. But I say, man, Pimp want me to bring you to him. Pimp want me to bring you to Port Arthur. You know what I mean? And shit. Right, picking him up, I took him to Pimp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, we got our relationship. Please don't get it twisted for anybody in the world that ever got it twisted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? UGK will always be my bros for life.
Right. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this because, and that's what the whole connection was to the question was because like the answer was y'all had a 2-hour conversation, you know, and talked it out like men. I think back to when the Ghetto Boys was beefing with each other. Scarface and Willie D was having there was some north side, south side issues going on. And they dropped an album called The Resurrection. And on that album, there was a song where they was talking about it. And I can remember the last line that Willie D said. He was talking about both sides, but he said, we sat down and settled our differences like men. So when I look at what's going on today, I don't think that it's enough of that. Where, and like we talked about being in too deep and just, you know, it's not enough to where we can say, well, man, look, man, whoever this person got a problem with, they got a family that love them, that want to see them come home every day, just like he got a family that love him, want to see him come home every day. Why is it so hard to just say, man, look, it's bigger than this little, whatever we got going on, why can't we just talk it out on the phone in person or with a mediator and just bring that solution, man? Because just like you say, even with Pimp and Bond, the thing is, we only came a little bit before them. We basically came around the same time. But I can remember being at this club one time. I think we had a show with them or something when they were just starting out, and we was at a sound check or something. We just all sitting there. We all sitting in there regular and broke and just talking it out. We was all just talking about what we was gonna do and our plans and all this. So what stops people today? What stops these youngsters today from just manning up and talking it out like that, in your opinion?
Egos, pride, you know, having your upbringing have a lot to do with it as well. I mean, because you know, you got a lot of cats. You know, struggle is struggle. You can't fake the struggle now. You know what I mean? You got some cats who grew up pretty all right, but you know, they still say they were struggling. But you got some that really every move they make is about they survival.
And I ain't going back.
Right. And that's the difference between them two cats. You know what I mean? Like this one, like really do anything.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so it's just that, man, you got to put God first, man. God is real.
Right.
Gangsters believe in God too.
Come on.
You know, we listen, when you a child, you do childish things. And when you become a man, you leave childish things alone.
Right.
No, and I had this conversation with Donnie Houston on the Donnie Houston show, and it was things I didn't say that I'm able to say now.
Yeah.
And I put it like this: the point blank that y'all fell in love with, the 92, the young point blank. I am not him no more.
Right.
He deep in there.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
I'm just saying, but I'm not that same person.
Yeah.
You feel me? I did a lot of things at that time because I was young, they just trying to find their way. It's demons out here, brother. The demons is real.
Right.
You feel me? And these kids, they just following these demons, bro. They don't want to hear, like, when you get older, you go to making the real ass songs, saying this real ass shit. Man, them motherfuckers ain't trying to hear that shit. They doing what we was doing. I'm like, if you want to hear that point blank, go listen to the old shit. I ain't got that to give you.
Right, right. And it's unfortunate. A lot of older people still want you to be like that. You know, I run into that a lot. It's like, dude, you 46. Why is you still
I
trying
don't even want to be a
to?
rapper, man. Shit, what you trying to be the baddest gangster,
Yeah,
the baddest gang banger?
yeah.
Yeah, I did my thing, you know, here and there, but that wasn't my goal
Right, right,
to be the baddest. This the you know what I mean?
right,
No,
right.
that wasn't the goal. I feel like I'm a survivor. I just did what I had to do. I'm a survivor.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, when you know better, you do better.
yeah.
You
Just
feel me?
passing, just passing through that. See, unfortunately, a lot of our youngsters didn't get the chance to grow out that phase because they got at 20. They got at 19, 25, 21, and they never got a chance to grow out that phase. To get to the 40. Like just like with Tupac, same thing. You could throw Tupac in that and
Got
Biggie
about
in that same
25.
category. 25 years old, Biggie 24. You know,
Yeah.
so
And,
if you
and
make
everybody ain't dumb.
yeah,
Everybody ain't no fools. These
right,
brilliant, sharp people.
geniuses, yeah,
You know what I mean? But I say it's just fate.
yeah,
It's fate, man. You know, that path you going and whatever, you know, things you get tangled up in. And
man,
you just got to be careful out here these days, brother. You never know what a person hates you for.
absolutely.
They might hate you because you don't remember their ass.
Yeah,
Like real talk, man. You know, I notice people like my friends on Facebook. I might not know them personally, but if you see somebody that really supports you, I recognize them.
right,
You
right.
know, when they come to my shit, I'll be like,
That's right.
I know him. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Okay, for
That's right.
Facebook. Okay, you know, so you get the energy you put into it, brother.
Oh man, come on, come
You
on.
get the energy you put into it. These kids, it's a lot of the parents' fault, but it's a 50-50 split. It ain't a lot of the parents' fault as well.
Yeah,
You got some kids that was raised right and everything. They
everything.
just out there doing what the fuck they want to do,
Right, right,
making the mistakes or whatever.
right.
You feel me? But then you got some who really got their kids out there. I mean, these kids been bred and taught what they doing.
Yeah,
But
right.
we think it's funny when they kids.
Come on.
We laughing and shit. You know, because it's a baby doing it.
Right.
Well, you teaching that baby to be so black-hearted, to be so raw. You know, some was really born into it.
Right. Right.
You know, and that was their circumstances, whether their mamas was too young. You gotta understand these young girls was raising these kids, man, and them the kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they babies themselves, man.
Real
Point
talk.
blank, the OG is with us, man, here on K-Rino Radio, man. It's getting deep. We're gonna transition, man. Now I know you got a new project coming out, and I know you got a book coming out. Tell us about the new project and let us know about the book because, in particular, the book because you know people know we drop albums, but we talk about that growth and that evolution. I think that adding author to your resume is part of that evolution because now you exploring a whole different side of your creativity and giving people a version of your life that don't necessarily come through on records. So talk about the new project, but talk about the book too.
Right. I'm halfway done with the new project. It ain't like I was in a rush to do it or nothing. It just started happening.
Yeah.
You know, tracks start coming through and you know, just freely doing it. No pressure. You feel me? So, you know, that's how I just started coming about. And then I kept on doing it, but now, you know, I done took a little break in it. I'm halfway through with it. I'm really loving it. You know what I mean? Because I'm speaking at a, you know, a 50-year-old point blank perspective and not a 20-year-old point blank perspective. You feel me? So I think it's the realest record I ever put out, and it'll be my last because I'm not putting out. I don't plan on putting out no more records. I just want to run Reckless Entertainment. I want to learn more about how to get to the, you know, get across the finish line, man. Trying to get where I feel that we need to be. I want to put all my energy into that. Now, if something bring me back to do a record, then of course money will bring me back to do one. An opportunity.
Hold on, man. Thomas, he could look. We Scarface talking about he done. We can't lose Scarface and the blanks. So look, this we got to retire the word retire. Just say you taking a break. Just say, because just like you say, you never know when that bug gonna bite you again, and something happened. These concepts, you know how I get down. So we ain't gonna accept the
I
retire.
won't put it off the table. You right about that. I just feel like I want to concentrate more on the business, bro.
Yeah.
Want to concentrate more on the business because if we knew then what we do now,
Yeah.
man, you know what I mean? If we knew then what we knew now, but we still living. See, you can't do it no more when you dead. When you stop breathing, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
But long as we wake up every day by the grace of God, it's a chance to do it. Now, yeah, I'm finna be 50, but about 5 years ago or less, two of my songs was on the movie, 999. Now you talking about songs that was put out in 92, 95. So you never know what God got planned for you.
Exactly.
And another thing, if somebody can learn something from me, don't put all your chips in one basket. If I can go back and build and do other things and stuff, I would. I just knew this would work. Every record, I just knew it was gonna be the one.
Yeah.
I went my whole, what I mean? But before you know it, that time will be gone.
Yeah.
I respect the ones who get out and get their careers together and get their money up, doing their thing. Then they doing the rap because now you can do stuff for yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can fund yourself. You can do this. So don't do it backwards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get your funds up, able to do. You can't do this and take care of home if this ain't making you no money.
Right. That's right.
So it just be a lot of things, if I can go back and go another way, I would.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would. And now I'm still here because long as you here, you got a chance. So I'm fixing those things. I'm correcting those things. And I am doing other things.
Mhm.
You feel me? So you just can't depend on no one thing, man.
Yeah. And I think what happened was that one thing that we was doing, we just loved it. We just loved it so much that it was like, man, this, like you say, this is gonna be it, because this is the strongest thing that we got. And we came in under people who we allowed to handle our business for us. So it's like, okay, I'm the rapper. They got the business part of it. We'll deal with that. And we didn't focus on learning that part of it, which was the most important part of it. So you talk about reckless entertainment. So now you you have artists under you. You have artists on your label that you pushing. What is the difference now from sitting in that seat compared to being the artist, even though you still the artist? But what is the mindset now sitting in that seat, and how do you manage to handle your artists and keep that under control at the same time? Because they coming up the same way you coming up, like, man, I'm under blank, and I'm mute. There you go. There you go. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Now I'm trying to get back on there where I can see. Okay.
We can hear you. Can still answer the question until you get on that, though. We can still hear you.
Man, I apologize for that. Run that last piece of that question back again.
Yeah, just saying, like, how is it now being in the seat of the label CEO, handling the artist, as compared to being the artist? Because now you switch to the other side of the table.
You gotta be straight up with them. Sometimes they be doing stuff that they feeling like helping you and stuff, and you ain't knowing. They gotta see it.
Nah.
See, because when you start getting popular,
you're on mute. we lost audio and video, y'all. We give him a few seconds to come back in.
hello?
Go ahead. You muted yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm unmuted now, right?
Yeah, you good. You good.
Yeah, man, you just gotta be straight up with them. People, you know, they'll be doing things feeling like it's in your best interest and taking the gambles and stuff, and you ain't involved in none of them decisions.
Right.
See, that's what I had to do, grow into starting to do it myself, and they'll eventually do the same.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I don't hold nothing from them. I let them know what it is. I show them what it is. I'm practicing what I'm preaching.
Right.
You
know
know
what
what
I
I mean?
think? I'm gonna tell you what I look at that. I compare that to you being an artist already, and then transferring over into a label executive. I think that they will get more of a better perspective and have a greater respect because you've been there like they've been. That's like having a coach who used to play in the league compared to a coach who never played the game, and somebody who never played the game telling this player how they should do this and how they should do that. They have more of a respect for Point Blank. It's like, man, look, because I know personally by knowing you, it's not nothing that they can go through as an artist that you ain't been through, you know,
Right.
or something that you could see them walking into that they don't see, that you could say, hey man, look, this is what's getting ready to happen if you don't blah, 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 whatever.
That happened all the time. That happened all the time with, with CJ the Gov.
Yeah.
It's things that I say, it's things that I see, you know what I mean? And I'll tell them, you know what I mean? I'll just tell them, how I feel of my point of view. And then I step back because CJ the Gov, a grown man.
Yeah.
You feel me? He not a child, he a grown man. I let him know what's what, and then I bag up, and then he make the decision. But sometimes he went up paths where he saw what I was talking about.
Right.
Damn, OG, I told you, man.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
You know what I mean? You just gotta be straight up, man, and be an open book when it comes to this music.
Right.
You feel me? Now, if it's some success going on, we're gonna be successful together. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this a hard game, and you got to get out there and put in your work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's one thing that CJ do. He gonna get out there and put in his work. That's what I love about him. He remind me of me when it comes to that.
Right.
He ain't gotta be the best rapper.
Mm.
He cool with that.
Right.
But he get out and he apply that pressure and he put in that work.
Right.
And that's what I love.
No
You feel me? Make something out of nothing. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. And he a good rapper too.
Right.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he believe in himself. You know what I mean? He believe in me to even roll, rock with Reckless. You know what I mean? And I definitely not trying to, lead him the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The truth hurt and it kill.
Right.
But I keep it straight up and down.
Right.
No matter what the ending result gonna be.
Right.
But majority of our ride, we always been here with it.
Right.
We always be here with it.
Right.
And if it's something a grown man gotta say, he say it. And CJ speak his mind when he got something on his mind. Right. And I listen to him. And if a person right, you gonna tell him he right, and you gonna tell him your point of view, and they gonna think about it, and he gonna come back and tell me he right. It all has happened. Yeah. But like both sides, in this relationship we've been growing and building, it all has happened. So CJ's like my family.
Yeah, no question.
You know what I mean? And CJ got his own company called Skrilla Fam. You know, CJ the Gov projects come through Reckless.
Right. Right.
But CJ got big aspirations and big dreams, and he's still doing his Skrilla Fam stuff, putting out Skrilla Fam music.
Right.
You know what I mean? He his own boss. Yeah, he under my label and he an artist and stuff, but we all bosses.
Right.
You feel me? We all, you know, making our decisions on what we want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ain't nothing happening that CJ don't know about. And ain't nothing happening that CJ ain't agreeing on.
Yeah. Shout out to CJ Love, man.
Yeah, one love to the go get the good campaign, man. And he got a new record, just dropped something to bump and grind to for the ladies. He kept telling me that the ladies be feeling his music. He wanted to do something just for the ladies. So he put together something to bump and grind to. He got T-Rail on there, pretty popular R&B / hip hop artist. He got Avery on there, the R&B king. You heard Avery on H-Town Anthem and a bunch of other shit. Ice Lord produced the whole record. You know what I mean? So, man, we just putting out good music, man, and trying to make the next move the best move, man. Sky's the limit.
Tell us about the book, man. Do you got a title for it yet? When can we expect it? How far along is the Point Blank book? Because I know that's going to be an interesting read.
I started working on it, and as I wanted to have it done by my birthday, but as I started getting into it and writing and stuff down, I'm like, this ain't gonna happen like that. You feel me? And then I got to do it at my pace. So, and then a lot of stuff starting to come back, for me to remembering different stuff, man, because I've been part of so many of the generations, brother. I'm from Chicago. I come here, I hook up with South Park Coalition. You know what I mean? That's the beginning of my walk. You know what I mean? I'm on this record label. You know what I mean? I deal with rap a lot. You know what I mean? Through Nip and Dope. You know what I mean? All these relationships, you know what I mean? And just going my path, man, going my journey. You know what I mean? So, I feel like you finna get the best of me now.
Have you titled it yet?
I have titled it, but I ain't gonna say the
Just
title.
hold it. All right.
Right? The book cover. I am gonna release that book cover.
Yeah.
Just to start getting some smoke up under it, and that'll also make me finish.
Right.
It gonna have some pics, man. I got some dope old pictures of a lot of different things. It ain't just gonna be no picture book, but it will be some pictures in there, of a lot of special moments. And it's dope, man. I mean, I'm just, just telling my truth, but at the end of the day, ain't telling nothing to discriminate myself or anybody else. Right. You know what I mean? Incriminate, and just telling my story, what can be told, you know what I mean? And the rest for me and God, you know what I mean? And it's coming out good. It's coming out good to me. I'm actually on the UGK part.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that part it ain't quick as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Cause I did some things with them. Yeah. The beginning of my career was rolling around with them. That was the beginning of their career. Right. You feel me? So it was a lot of memories and good times made up in there, homie. And we're not gonna let no negativity or nothing overshine that. Right. Special moments that can't never be took away. I love the pimp. R.I.P. to the pimp. I love Bun. R.I.P. to Bun. You might not see people every day. You might not talk to them all the time or whatever. But each individual know where you and them at. And it be there when I see them. You know what I mean? But we just living life. Yeah. You feel me? Everybody just living their life, and all our life entail the different things, man.
And I think people all feel the same way, because once you have went so deep in your journey, you appreciate all of the stuff, even the crazy stuff. You look back, you like, man, that was crazy, man. We was on something back then. See, because I like to say, you know, Bun shouted me out on Drink Champs. You know what I'm saying? And that meant a lot to me. It's like, because just like you said, I don't talk and see him all the time, you know, but just to throw my name out there like that, you know, it's a blessing. You know, I can remember when Pimp first got out, and somebody and he mentioned my name on the radio, you know, when they was interviewing him, you know, he mentioned Dopey, he mentioned this and this. So it's like people are always aware of their history, man. And when you go so far with a person, and y'all have walked in the same journey, you had that appreciation, because you could look at somebody and say, he know exactly what it's like. We might not, they may be here, we may be there, but they respect you because you done made that walk, man. We got Point Blank the Bull with us, man. Once again, tell them about the show, the Bday Bash, and let them know in the social media that you got, where they can reach out and get the merch, because you know you the merch king too. People don't understand that also, man. But give me your social media and let them know how they can get anything Point Blank related.
Listen, man, my birthday bash is tomorrow, man. If you ain't there, you ain't nowhere, like my big bro said. You feel me? At Cool Runnings, 8270 West Belford. It's going to be a SPC affair, point blank, period. Performances by everybody. You feel me? And I'm just going to enjoy my 50th birthday, man, and bring it in with my family, friends, and everybody that take the time out to come. You can catch me on Instagram at OG Point Blank the Bull. My Facebook is OG Point Blank Reckless Entertainment, a page of mine. They make you put your government name on there as well. And man, shout out to everybody, man. You know, appreciate y'all. If it wasn't for y'all, wouldn't be no me. I'm glad to just still be opening my eyes every day, man. You just look at stuff a lot different when you get older and get a lot of wisdom. A lot of that stuff you was rah-rahing about, you probably not gonna rah-rah about now. It's probably ain't even gonna be that important to you. You know, I want to say RIP to Pimp C, since we discussed them a little bit. RIP to Mama Pimp. And I just want to say another memory. I remember going to Pimp C funeral. I had Iron Mike with me out of Texas City. I don't know how Iron Mike ended up with me, but we on the way to Pimp funeral. I was late. I ain't make it there. You know what I mean? But when I got there, people was coming out.
Right.
Some I end up running into his cousin. Like, now I know people coming out, but Mama Pimp already at her house.
Yeah.
The cousin took me to Mama Pimp house. So I didn't attend Pimp funeral, but I did go to where he was buried, you know, in the little mausoleum thing, you know. Right. And I was at her house being embraced by his moms. Yeah. At that moment, even though I missed the service, you know what I mean? Right. And she always used to grab me, oh, you know, good to see you. You looking so good, you know what I mean? And, you know, I appreciated that, you know what I mean? And we left there, and his cousin took me to Pimp house. Yeah. Like, with his wife, his family, like this, after the funeral. Right. I go in there, right, and I'm like, I ain't never been in Pimp house while he was living. Right. You feel me? Right. So it felt funny, but it was love in there. Like the love just overcame, like for real. That man took me to Pimp house. All the UGK posse was there. He's a Leo, 12, all them, you know, his wife, you know, the car and all that. And I'm in here and I'm like, hey, what's up, Blank? Like, they just showing me love and speaking to me like, you know what I mean? And I felt like I was really feeling something at that moment, because like I said, I ain't never been in the man's house while he was living. Right. You feel me? So to receive all that love for his family, out of all what we went through or whatever, they embracing me in that moment and stuff like that. That's something I never forget. You know what I mean?
Man,
You
beautiful,
know,
man.
yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, Mama West always, she was real. She always showed me a lot of love, man. She was real, and I know she was a straight shooter. If she ain't fool with you, she ain't gonna act like she did. So
Shooter, but
that meant a lot to me
just,
the times I was around her, man, for sure, man.
man, Mama Pimp used to just call me out the blue, bro.
Right,
Like on the road, like it might be 1 or 2 in the morning, man. She just called me. I make them pull the car over and just be in the
right,
parking lot talking to her.
right,
1, 2 in the morning, and she just, you know, she said she wanted to, she wanted to do something with me. She
yeah,
wanted to work with me.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And she was telling me her reasons of working with me, and she said she was just going through this book, and it just like fell on my name or something, like for real though, like and
right,
we talked and stayed in contact, and then I think her health kind of got bad. She ain't just directly, she did tell me she had doctor's appointments and stuff, and that she was gonna get with me, but she wasn't getting with me like she was. So
right,
I wasn't calling her about it because I knew she told me that she was going to the doctors, and I think, you know what I mean? And
yeah,
I just ain't want to hit her on that note when she was going through some health stuff, but she ended up passing away. You know what I mean? That's a special moment to me.
no
That
question,
that
man.
Pimp mom was still, had a plan, had a vision for me
Right,
that included me.
right.
You feel me? It never came to be, but the feeling is like no other. Like, you know what I mean? To be called upon. You
Right.
feel me? So,
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing.
yeah, I just wanted to share that, you know what I mean? And
Without a doubt.
love and respect for Mama Pimp. And I know she had love for the Blankster, you know what I mean? Every time I saw her, I done been in her house, and she ain't did nothing but show me incredible love.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So
That's
use your
lessons, man.
life, you know what I
Those,
mean?
without
Real
a
talk.
doubt. Life lessons, man. Just
So after this interview, leave is no doubt. You know what I mean? It's UGK for life, homie. And ain't no doubt about that. You know what I mean? Real talk.
Man, 100% in agreement, man. Point blank the bull, man. Y'all make sure y'all come to the show, come to the birthday bash 5-0. He turned in his 40 card. He got that 50 card, man. Much love to you, Blankster. I appreciate you coming on. You know my platform is yours. Anytime you need to come on, let me know. And it ain't number love, family, man. Y'all support my brother Point Blank and make sure you go catch up with all old catalog and be ready for the new project when it drops, man. Catch y'all later.
OGPointBlank.com. Go to OGPointBlank.com, man.
Respect and love. Peace.
Love, baby. SPC for life.
No question.